Greetings, everybody. Salutations. Welcome in, welcome in. We are currently on the clock, doing the theme. Gonna do some readings here today. Welcome in, everybody. Salutations. Long time no see. What's good, Paige? Hey, Justine. Hey, Sunflower. Good to see y'all. We're gonna be doing new moon readings for the collective. Happy new moon, you beautiful beings. Happy new moon out here in Taurus. We're going to read any messages that want to be spoken for the collective, reading from all 12 houses, starting with Aries, working our way to Pisces. We're just tuning in today. Appreciate y'all being here in this time and space. We're going to begin in just a moment for all my Aries babes. First house. But allow yourself to maybe ground into the space, get yourself some water, some tea, some snacks. We'll be here for a little bit. Welcome, good day, good evening, wherever you may be. Salutations, salutations. We're not taking any random readings, any random comments or questions. Right now, we're reading for the collective, all 12 houses. So you don't have to comment whether or not you will be in a relationship. You can just sit back and relax, and maybe these cards will have a message for you. Joey, good to see you. Welcome in. What's good, Mac? Salutations. We are just beginning for the collective today. Jamie, I just got a Cash App from you. Thank you for the gift, by the way. Appreciate you. Be glad to do a personal reading in a little bit, but right now we're going to be reading all 12 houses for the collective. Yes, general readings for everybody, starting with Aries, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, wherever you have a Mars in your chart, and we're flowing all the way through all 12 houses. But before we get started, I want to say thank you for being here. What a gift it is to be able to co-create this container, to share this time and space. An absolute honor. Thank you to our guides, our angels, our aliens, our guardians, our ancestors watching over us, encouraging us to continue to tap into our gifts, to share this space, allowing us to be a cosmic conduit. May we speak with clarity, honesty, openness, and maybe hilarity too. I'm getting a good sense of humor for today. Yes, let's invite in all of these babes. We're going to light this candle and get started for the collective. Like I said, we're doing 12 readings for the collective, all 12 houses, Aries through Pisces. Aries through Pisces. We have any Aries in the house? House number 1 is identity, ego. This is who we are on an eternal level, that light within, and how we carry it with us throughout every lifetime. What a joy it is to be here today. An absolute honor and a gift. We're going to flow forward for the collective. Any Aries in the house? House number 1, wherever you have that in your chart, let's get this energy moving. Any messages, any clarity, any direction, any guidance that wants to be spoken into the space today. Let us see what these cards have to say. We're playing with the Zen Osho Tarot, as well as the Hermetic Tarot, as well as the Goddess Power Oracle. Ready to get started for everybody just now tuning in. It's good to see you, my dudes. We all have a house number 1. If you don't know your astrology, if you don't know your natal chart, I recommend you go look it up, perhaps. Absolutely. Natal chart is basically a cosmic birth certificate. These cards are jumping out of my hands, ready to play. Indeed, today we are ready. New moon in Taurus. So stoked to see what the message is for the collective. Let's get right to it. House number 1, sense of self, identity, what we are to focus on right now. The cards jumping in. Let's start here. The Hermit, rather synchronistic, considering this gent, house number 1. We are here for it. The Hermit, the Magus of the Voices of Light. Winona, what's good, dear? It's good to see you. I appreciate you subscribing once more. I'm glad to see that you chose to stick around. We have the Lord of Ruin here. The Lord of Ruin here. I'm going to ask that everybody is mindful of their comments. We are sharing this space. It's good to be here, to be able to share this space with you, but yeah, I'm going to mute you. I'm going to mute you just because I don't appreciate when people comment like 5 things in a row and are not honoring the fact that we are sharing this space here. 10 of Swords. 10 of Swords. Lord of Ruin. Princess of Pentacles. Here in the root for the collective, house number 1. Princess of the Echoing Hills. We got Ripeness here. ripeness. We have politics here, reverse. Sharing over here in the root. And the past here for you, my dudes. Mnemosyne, the goddess of the past, guiding this message of how we are transforming. Ripeness here on the horizon with politics in reverse. Getting this energy that we're stepping into a new day and age. We're reclaiming our power and we're learning how to embody this. Princess of Pentacles here, energy of the earth being your body as well as your life experience here at this point in time. We're being reminded to return to our roots, to our core, allow ourselves time and space for solitude so that you may continue to step into your own personal frequency. Yes, politics here in reverse. I'm getting this energy of projection, of how society itself is continuously attempting to put us in a box, trying to define who you are and why you're here, trying to make you a contributing member of society. But that's not why your soul came here today. Your soul came here today because you have a specific mission, a dharma, a destiny, and it's important for you to continue to tap into this. All of the fruits of the good work that you've been doing are playing out for you, and now you're being called to continue to share your truth. You're being called to show up and allow your energy to exude through you unapologetically, tapping into the past of that youthful inner child who just shows up in the world and is just there themselves, regardless of how anybody else may partake or perceive you. You are here to continue to put an end, put ruin to anything that is ruining you from your connection of yourself. We're being called right now to return to our own personal connections, to that power within. The hermit here is an individual who's capable of doing this, who prioritizes their connection with self and shows up from this space whole, complete already, not needing anything outside of oneself. It's so easy to get distracted out here with all the projections, all the nonsense that is consistently being blasted in our faces, in our minds, in our eyes. But right now we're being called to return inward, so that we can see with clarity the light within and not be so caught up in all the forms and how the frequencies are fashioned or how they take place, but instead allowing ourselves to tap into a space that is beyond definition, allowing the truth to speak for itself. The more you get to know yourself on an internal, eternal level, the more you get to allow your soul to simply move right through you, let your spirit speak, learning how to be a conduit of the cosmos, learning how to be a channel of this divine energy, which is ultimately what we are here to do, if you ask me. It's not easy. It takes practice, daily practice, persistence, resilience, dedication, that you're capable of this. You would not be listening to this message if you weren't, and I know most of y'all, if not all of you, are already on the path. Sometimes we just gotta get a little reminder here and there. It never hurts. Absolutely, absolutely. Right now we are learning to tap into the truth of the past as we move into this ancient future, an ancient future. Yes, yes, yes. Shouts out to the book Ancient Future by Wayne B. Chandler. If you've never read it, highly recommend you go look it up. Great place to begin your education of self and Hermeticism. We're going to flow forward to house number 2 for all my Taurus babes out here. House number 2, Taurus, which we are currently underneath the Taurus Sun and Taurus Moon, wrapping up Taurus season this weekend. We have 6 planets out there in Taurus right now. Taurus is the house of values, the house of earthly embodiment, learning how to step into our values and allowing them to continue to. If any of these messages are resonating, you're more than welcome to drop that sunflower emoji. You're also welcome to drop some gifts up there. You know, I think that we can make it to that 111 roses today. Love being showered in flowers. The Taurus energy is so strong right now. May you continue to commit to your values, commit to your core, what it is that you hold near and dear to your heart, so you may show up embodied in your divinity, in your role as the creator of your reality. Yes, house number 2. Messages for you, encouragement, clarity, direction. Let's see messages. Shuffling. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, wherever you have Venus placement, we are doing this. Cutting it, clearing it, let it rest. You can do this for anything. This is your life, ultimately. These are I read for Sun, Moon, Ascendants, as well as the ruling planet, as well as house number 2. You can apply this message to any aspect of your experience, but right now the theme which we are focusing on is values. But this can apply to anything. Everything in this life is a grain of sand. If it resonates, bring it with you. Let it circulate. If it doesn't, release it. You're the creator here. I'm simply here as a mirror. Oh yes, slowing down. here. Slowing down in the root in reverse. Comparison here in the root, in the draw in reverse as well. Comparison, slowing down, schizophrenia here, right side up. The hangman here for house number 2, spirit of the mighty waters. Welcome in, everybody. We are reading for the collective. It's good to see you. Good to see you. We are currently reading for house number 2, Taurus. We have the chariot, probably the most positive message here currently, the chariot. In the root, we have the 5 of cups, lord of loss and pleasure. And new beginnings, Yostre, the goddess, right around the corner. New beginnings. Taurus, collective. We are redefining our values personally and as a collective, as a society. Not only are we seeing an immense shift in the current financial status and placement of the entire world and how value is distributed across the lands, we are also recognizing that our energy, our presence, our focus is our greatest value that we can offer onto the world. Learning how to see ourselves as valuable, learning how to see yourself as a gift, your presence being a gift indeed. Right here you are on the chariot. The cards reminding us that we are on track, but we're important to stay on track, to keep our arms and legs inside the ride at all times. So maybe inviting a moment to slow down so you can reflect. What is it that I need to release so that I can keep moving forward in alignment with my divinity? Not getting lost in the pleasure, not becoming attached or expectant or assumptive, not assuming the pleasure, but more so just allowing yourself to be present and enjoy the ride that is this life. But the more that we try to hang on, the more we attach expectation, the more we listen to fear, doubt, worry, the limiting belief, that's the energy that we're going to feed. But right now we're being called to try something new. When it comes to values, you're not here to compare yourself to anybody outside of yourself. The only person you can compare yourself to is who you were 5 minutes ago, who you were a breath ago, who you were 5 years, 5 lifetimes ago. You're not here to compare how you show up in your values to anybody else, and you're not here to judge anybody for how they show up in their values. The more you can just show up with clarity, with persistence, with resilience, and seeing things from a fresh perspective, the more this is going to go play out in this direction. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate your gift. We're making our way to that goal today. 111, we are on the way. Right now, for the collective, we're being reminded of the importance of allowing ourselves a daily practice of slowing down, a daily practice of returning to one's center, tuning into your own personal connection with Source, and not looking outside of yourself for the divine, not looking outside of yourself for nature, because nature is within you. You are nature, you are the universe, you are God, and it all starts right here within this recognition. The more we can bring awareness to this, but also not get lost in it, this is how we stay on track, we stay grounded, we stay persistent. Right now we are shifting into a dimension that nobody has seen before. May you continue to stay focused on that silver lining and those energies that you want to call into your space that are in alignment with your values and your heart place. Winona, thank you for your gifts. I appreciate the roses. Absolutely collective. We are making our way. House number 2, important message. I think wrapping up, I just want to say how this society teaches us to compare so heavy, and that's how we base our value. We base our value on comparison and competition, and we see things as like dollar signs and numbers rather than how we feel in our core, in our heart. This ultimately is where your real values reside, within your heart space, and whether or not your life experience is in alignment with this will then tell you what work you need to do. Groovy, 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 my dudes. I wish y'all Godspeed, house number 2. Next, we have Gemini energy, house number 3. House number 3 is communication. This is how we speak our values into the space, whether we are utilizing our words or we're communicating with our body language, because Taurus is the house of body language. Yes, Gemini is the house of putting words to this. House number 3, how we show up in the world and the visions in which we are subscribing. Sun, moon, ascendants, wherever you have a Mercury placement, wherever your house number 3 is in your chart. This is the message for you, my dudes. And in case you're wondering, this will be recorded recorded and uploaded to my YouTube tomorrow, so you're always welcome to check in on the YouTubes and the Alchemist. Catch the replay if you wish. It's going to be up there tomorrow, the latest. Right now, for the collective, house number 3, we're going to cut this deck. We're going to clear the energy. We'll let it rest as we shuffle the goddesses. There we go. Sun, Moon, Ascendant. House number 3. Oh yes. Right here in the root of the Hermetic Tarot, we have the 8 of Swords in reverse. Peace, Paige. See you later, my dude. Have a beautiful day. We have the 8 of Swords here for the collective. Lord of Shortened Force. 8 of Pentacles here. Lord of Prudence. 8-8. Lord of Pentacles. Lord of Prudence. Lord of Shortened Force. We have the 5 of Cups here. Right side up. Lord of Loss and Pleasure. Again, this time in the draw. We have Intensity here, reverse. Sorrow here, reverse. The Dream here in the root. This is the focus. This is the focus of the message. And the goddess Uzume, humor for you, collective, house number 3. Getting this energy that we're shedding. We're going through this very intense period. I'm getting the sense that a lot of people listening to this message, that last week, that eclipse portal, the full moon energy, which we're still coming down from kind of as we're stepping into this new moon, we're finding our center once more. It's important to practice prudence, to practice in a moment to just slow down, to take your time, to prioritize temperance, to prioritize not going through the motions, to instead take a step back and sit in the seat of the witness, in the seat of the student, because this will help you not be so reactive to the intensity. Because as we react to the intensity out of past patterns, programs, and ways of being, we're feeding into that energy that we don't need to be doing. If we want to continue to move forward on our journey of life, it's time to put an end, shorten the force. It's time to put an end of those patterns of us getting lost in the pleasure. It's time to get, because there's inherent connection between pleasure or desire and suffering, sorrow. So the more that we can continue to stay focused on the dream and do what it is that we are here to do, but without being attached or expectant or not moving without intention, the more we can invite intention into our space, the more we are likely to move in alignment with the divine and the destiny. Absolutely. The more we can prioritize high frequency energy, humor, laughter, joy, that which brings this into our space, the more that we can create a life of this. You said, I'm a completely different person since last full moon, and it's a little scary. I feel you, my dude. A lot of major shifts have happened within this very recent period. And right now, underneath this new moon, we're being called to plant the seeds that it is that we wish to do. Seeds of prudence. Yes, we are upgrading immensely on a collective level as well as a personal level. So the best thing that you can do for the collective, for your community, is to take care of yourself, to continue to care for the seeds that you're planting in your own personal reality, and to also stay focused on the dream, recognizing that we are dreaming right now. So the more that we can live lucidly, the more that our dream that we want to see will continue to unfold right before our very eyes organically, to not get caught up or lost in these cycles of sorrow or being lost in pleasure. We're not here for momentary pleasure. We're here for eternal joy. Yes, we are here for it, and we are here. We're grounded in it. So now it's just getting comfortable with that, recognizing that, oh wait, like I'm not the same person I was 2 weeks ago, and I'm allowed to claim this new way of seeing myself and my reality. And it might take a second to grow into this new container. Allow yourself that time, your space, to get to know where you are today, to feel it in your body, because that's beyond words right now. And the more you can just allow yourself to feel it, enjoy it in your own personal presence, this is where you're then uplifting the frequency by simply just being. Right now we are on house number 3. House number 3. We're flowing forward to house number 4. Just a moment. Gemini energy. We're wrapping up. Reminded that right now we're being called to communicate clearly what it is that we wish to see, and also learning how to let go so that we can practice prudence, putting an end to those cycles, those patterns, those fears, those doubts, those worries, those limiting beliefs. Basically, that's anything that's been tying you back from stepping into your greatest dream. We are shedding indeed, time and time and again. It is growing pains, exactly. The more we can just laugh alongside it, the more we can stay in our power, in our presence. Absolutely, rather than taking it so personally and being sidetracked by it. Crucial. Not an easy message, Gemini, but I feel like those who listen in are so strong out here, and that's exactly what we need to hear right now. I wish you the utmost joy in your journey of growing. May you continue to just move organically in harmony to all the signs and the synchronicities, knowing that the destiny is unfolding organically. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we are flowing forward to house number 4. House number 4 is Cancer energy. Cancer, house number 4, Sun, Moon, Ascendants. This is the house. This is the home, the energy of your space wherever you go. Yes, yes, yes. Let's cut this deck. Let's clear it. Let's let it rest. Perfect. House number 4 today. Lighter message. Stoked for it. Let's do this. Princess of Pentacles over here. In reverse. Princess of Pentacles. Princess of the Echoing Hills. Reverse. Knight of Wands. Here. Knight of Wands. Lord of the Flame and the Lightning. 8 of Wands. Here. Lord of Swiftness. In reverse. 8 of Wands, Knight of Wands, Princess of Pentacles. We have the Fool here in reverse for house number 4. We have possibilities here. We have the Dream here. Once again, jumping in the root. And we have Sophia, the goddess of divine wisdom. Very important part of the message today. We're being reminded of our soul connection, of our destiny, of the golden thread that connects your heart to the center of the universe. This ultimately is the path of the destiny. This is the path that the fool walks, the one who just walks forward with open mind, open heart, knowing that they're always in the perfect place at the perfect time with the perfect people, learning how to listen to the signs and the synchronicities so they can continue to move at this momentum. Because ultimately that's what it's all about. 8 of Wands here is reminding us to move swiftly in this direction. This is how we can really begin to step in to our divine wisdom and embodying this. Learning how to embody one's gifts and greatness. Learning how to reclaim your earthly power and step into your regal, royal aspects. Killian, right now we are reading for the collective. Yes, we are reading all 12 houses. We're on house number 4, Cancer. If you would like a personal reading, you can jump back in later. If you want a personal reading with you and I outside of live stream, one-on-one, you can find those links on my site, zenthealchemist.com. Yes, I will never try to slide into your DMs and sell you a reading. All those accounts are fake. Just ignore them, report them, do what you need to. Right now, house number 4, we're being reminded of our power and how important it is to show up like lightning, standing firm in your truth, standing firm in your fire. Be lit. Yeah, showing up lit, stoked, ready to enjoy this life experience. Because when we can do that, then we're opening up these portals to the realms of infinite possibility, which are always present for us. We just oftentimes lose sight of them because of all the distractions and the distortions and all the nonsense that is attempting to limit us or keeping us stuck within our own personal space. Right now, here today, we're being reminded that we are dreaming right now. And it's important to continue to live the dream, to embody the dream, to be the dream that it is that you wish to see. Absolutely. Absolutely. And in doing so, you can then invite in greater levels of possibility, greater levels of potential, that which it is that you wish to experience in this life. Learning how to also surrender your own egoic personal desires unto the desires of the universe, recognizing that the universe is always supporting us and has a great vision for us, something that's greater than what we could even imagine on an egoic, tiny level. Yes, yes, yes. The more we can tap into this and ground into this way of being, the more exciting and exhilarating this life becomes. Stay open to the signs and the synchronicities and remind yourself that home is everywhere you go. It's not just the house. Home is everywhere you go. You carry this energy with you. Yes. is important. May you continue to ground into this, reclaim your power and your presence. This is how you continue to ascend and transmute all of the limits, all of that which is attempting to hold you back from embodying that divine wisdom. Listen to the signs, listen to the synchronicities, listen to your intuitions, listen to your body. Your body speaks the truth. Absolutely, absolutely. Godspeed to you, house number 4. Flowing forward, house number 5 tonight. House number 5, Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendants. This is how you show up in the collective. This is the embodiment of your first 4 elements and stepping into this expression, how it is then related and connected onto the world around thee. This is desire, this is romance, this is what it is that you'd like to be. Main character energy, yes indeed. House number 5, Sun, Moon, Ascendants for my Leo friends. Solid. Very good. Very, very good. Perfect. Let's start here. We have the Tower in reverse. The Tower here. We have Fortitude here. Strength. Leo's card. Thanks for that crown. Leo's card here. Fortitude. Queen of Cups here. In the Root in reverse. The Queen of the Thrones of Water. We have the Miser here. In the Root of the Zen Oshotero. Mandy, you're always welcome back, my dude. Do what you need to. Appreciate you being here. Take care, my dear. Leo, we have Rebirth here. We have New Visions here in the reverse in the draw. We have Hestia here, home. House number 5, we're being reminded that we are allowed to show up as the main characters of our life. Yes, I'm getting this energy of rebirthing. We're letting go insecurity. We're letting go miserly, miserable energy. We're learning how to step into empowerment, reminding ourselves that this life is miraculous. There's no reason to be miserable. Every instant we have the capacity to choose something to be grateful for, to choose to focus on that silver lining, to choose to dive into the challenges, to overcome this so that we're not bypassing the shadow, but instead choosing to integrate it, choosing to radically embrace it, choosing to then rebirth ourselves from these ashes. Because as everything is crumbling right before our very eyes, this provides us a perfect place to imagine a new vision, to step into the energy that it is that you wish, rather than what has been bestowed upon you. Now is your time to create a home out of the rubble of the tower as it's shifting right before our very eyes. We've leveled up. We're never going back. We're stronger than we know, and the universe is always going to continue to provide us the signs and the synchronicities to know exactly what it is that we need to do at this moment or the next. Listening to your intuition, the water within, that Queen of Cups energy, grounding into your throne of water, recognizing that the soul speaks through the intuition, through your feelings, through those subtle inclinations, and will continue to point you in the right direction so you can reclaim your power, your home within. As you continue to cultivate your home within, you are then permeating every place with this resonance, with this frequency. So as you step into a space, people who are also like on this path will feel it, and they'll be inspired. They'll be like, whoa, I didn't even realize I'm allowed to walk about with such confidence, with such clarity, with such composure, feeling like I'm at home wherever I go. And as you're doing so, you're lighting the candles of those around you, you are being a beacon. Currently, we are reading for the collective, Gina. We'll be doing personal readings in a little bit, but right now we are doing all 12 houses for the new moon readings. You can catch the recording on my YouTube, Zen the Alchemist, in a day or so. Right now, we're reading for all 12 houses, wrapping up with house number 5, moving forward to Virgo in the near future. But I just want to remind us the importance of allowing ourselves to take a step back. When everything's crumbling, when the tower is falling, you don't want to do anything except for find a way to continue to be at peace in the midst of all the chaos. The eye of the storm is the calmest part. From this space, you can witness what's happening around you, and then you know exactly where to go, so you can apply yourself in alignment with your fortitude, with your strength, so you can continue to create a home out of these rubbles and rebirth, rising from the ashes like a phoenix. Where we're going, this energy is no longer welcome. Where we're going, we are called to continue to move forward to the frequency of fortitude. Take strength, clarity, peace, resilience. Fortitude is the energy. Be strong, my friends. Godspeed. Flowing forward, we're reading for the collective. House number 6. House number 6 is up next. House number 6 for the squad. Sun, Moon, Ascendants, Virgo placement, wherever you may be today. Yes, indeed, we are out here reading for everybody. Let these messages be spoken into the space. Virg Bros, what's good, champ? Good to see you today. Welcome in, welcome in. Yes, all the dudes out here, perfectly timed, as always. Virgo's in the house, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, wherever you may have. Mercury placement. Yes, let us see what the message is. House number 6 is the work, how we're applying our gifts to the world around us to show up for our soul. Dharma, perhaps? Let's see what these messages have to say. We're going to cut it. We'll clear it. We'll let it rest. Jumping out my hands. They're ready. They got a message. I see you. We'll cut it. We'll clear it. Here we go. Virg Bros. House number 6. All you Virgo wild animals out here. Jumping in. Let's start here. Queen of Swords. Queen of Swords. In the root. Queen of the Thrones of Air. We're currently reading for the collective. We'll be doing personal readings later in a little bit. But right now, we have the 10 of Cups here for house number 6. Lord of Perfected Success. Reverse. King of Swords here in the draw as well. We got the Queen of Swords and the King of Swords here. Ruler of the Chariots of the Winds. Turning in, right side up in the draw of the Zen Osho Tarot. Past lives, reverse. The Miser, also reverse. Making another appearance. And Bronwyn, the goddess of forgiveness, here in reverse. Right now, receiving this energy of the work that's being called of us on house number 6 is to forgive our past self and the areas of which we have gotten stuck in this energy of the miser. Yes, right now we're being called to basically do some internal cleaning, diving deep into your psyche and washing the mirror so that you can show up here clear, because you've made it here. You, King of Swords, Queen of Swords, both energies. This is you in your embodiment, learning how to live your vision, learning how to step into your regal aspects and not take anything else. Like, you are here to live in accordance with your vision, and that your vision is that vision of destiny, is that vision of the universe as well. It's one and the same, because you are nature, you are the universe, you are God. This is the perfected success energy that comes to when we are applying our words to our reality. We're not only just talking, but we're walking the talk. We're walking the talk. We are walking and talking at the same time, and we're embodying it. But right now, we have to let go of all those limits. We have to let go of all those memories, those energies, and those frequencies that are no longer in resonance with one's destiny. And the real key to doing that is learning how to sit in the seat of the witness, sit in the seat of the student, to observe the subtle sensations and the inclinations. It's 4:44 out here. Yes, this is 6th house indeed. Currently, Indeed, indeed. We're reading through all 12 houses. That's how we do things here. So for the general readings, for the general messages, so we are reading through all 12 houses. So if it resonates, bring it with you. If it doesn't, let it release it. Right now, for house number 6, however that applies for you, house number 6 is the house of work. And the real work is inward, learning how to dive in and develop a space within your soul so that you can continue to show up here whole in your complete capacity, tapping into your cosmic energy, your essence, and learning how to then communicate this through your body, utilizing your words to speak the reality that it is that you wish to see in existence. This is the real work, and it all begins with how do I speak to myself, and what thoughts am I allowing in my mind? What energies am I allowing to live in my psyche, in my reality? And if it's not in resonance with your soul's mission, it's time to cut that shit out. It's time to clean it. It's time to remove that. Utilize your swords to tell yourself new stories. Absolutely. Absolutely. Greetings, everybody. We are wrapping up house number 6. Your time, effort, and energy is precious, my friends. You do not have to entertain any thoughts, any patterns, any programs that are not in alignment with your dreams, that are not supporting you, that are not encouraging you to tap deeper into your godliness, your divinity. Yes, anything that is no longer in alignment can hit the hay, honestly. May your talents grow, your voice be heard, and your dreams come true. Blessings onto you. Thank you, J-Ro. Yeah, shouts out to the squad. I'll receive and reciprocate this. Absolutely. Shouts out, bro. Keep up the good work. Cheers, my dudes. We're going to flow forward to house number 7, Libra. Gina, I see you mentioned you dropped a donation for a personal reading. As I mentioned, we'll be doing personal readings after this live stream. So I'm currently on the clock at my workplace. If you're new here, you probably wouldn't know, but if you've been here before, you're like, wait, that's not your home. So, I mean, it is my home because that's where I gotta go. It's not my house. Nonetheless, we're still reading, managing. So I'll have to take a little break because I got some work to do in between this live stream and the next. But I will be back. I'll probably closer to like 5:45 Eastern Standard Time. So those of y'all who have dropped a donation for a personal reading, even though we're not open right now for personal readings, I'm glad that you were stoked and eager to drop in for a personal reading, and I will be glad to read for you today, in like an hour. So come back. Come back. Winona says we're frozen. Is that just for you? Anybody else frozen? Are we clear? Thank you for those roses. I appreciate your gift. 33 out of 111. Stoked for it. Not frozen. Clear. Good. House number 7, Libra energy. Appreciate y'all. This is connection. This is relationship. This is the balance. This is how we meet and do the work together. Teamwork makes the dream work, right? Let us see what house number 7 has for us today for the collective. Libra, Sun, Moon, Ascendant. Yes. Wherever you have a Venus placement for you, we're going to cut the deck. We'll clear it. We'll let it rest. Welcome in. Good to see you, squad. We are here today reading for the collective. Right now, we are on house number 7, Libra. Any Libras in the house? Let's see what these cards have to say. Yes. Beautiful. Let's do this. Kali, the goddess of liberation here. One of my favorite cards out of this deck. Kali. We have inner voice here, reverse. Strong reading for my Libra friends. House number 7. We have 8, letting go here. Playfulness in the root. 4 of Swords, Lord of rest from strife. Lord of valor. Yes, the Lord of valor. 7 of Wands here. And the Knight of Swords. Lots of swords energy today. Knight of Swords, Lord of the winds and the breezes in the root. House number 7, we're being reminded of how our connections create our reality. As the cliche says, we're nothing more than the 5 people we spend the most time with. We are a combination of the 5 people we spend the most time with. We are also products of our environment, but ultimately we get to choose who we spend our time with and how we create our environment. learning how to allow yourself a moment to let go of all those preconceived notions of what that even means in the first place, so you can redefine it for yourself, to liberate yourself from all of the patterns and the programs that were bestowed upon you without your consent, so you can take on the radical responsibility of creating the reality that it is that you wish to see, so you can work smarter and not harder. You can rest from all the strife. You can let go of all your heavy attachments that are creating suffering in your life, and the real guide is the inner voice. The real guide is the inner voice and how the intuition speaks. Your soul is showing. Don't you forget. I love this shirt. Printed it myself. Playfulness is the focus, is the frequency. The more we can play throughout this life, because we're here to play. We're here to enjoy ourselves. We're here to appreciate this life experience. We're not here to get lost in the sauce. We're not here to get lost in the work. We're not here to just go through the motions and do all of the stuff that society has tried to program us to do. We're here to liberate ourselves from these limits so that we can step in and claim our valor. We can succeed in our own form and fashion. And it begins by picking up your sword and chopping through all that bullshit that is no longer serving you, and telling yourself stories that are going to be much more supportive rather than ones that are going to be limiting you and holding you back. You don't have to feed into any other people's insecurities. You don't have to live your life because somebody else is trying to project nonsense onto you. You can choose to stand true to you, to speak the spells that you want to share in this space, and then just let go. You put them out there and then you let go. You let it surrender. The universe will take care of it for you, but you keep honoring your intuition and your inner voice, and you attune to the frequency of play. You attune to the frequency of play, and this is how you ultimately step into valor. You succeed, because when you're having fun, you're winning the game. When you're having fun, you're winning the game. We live in a society that feeds on suffering, that feeds on your innocence and separating the connection from oneself. And the more that you can continue to plant seeds that will feed your soul, the more you can reclaim your power, your divinity, step into and embody your gifts. Not easy, but this is the path of liberation, and you are doing it. Your intuition, your inner voice will continue to point you in this direction, especially when you reclaim your mind, you befriend your mental sphere, and you continue to recognize that everything is here supporting you, encouraging you to push you deeper into this path. The more you can just continue to let go of the attachment to the results, the fruits of the labor, the more that the fruits of the labor will present themselves. Feed what you want to grow, exactly, rather than getting lost into all the energies and the feelings that are not beneficial to your well-being. Because where we place our focus is what it is that we are feeding. Where your attention goes, your energy flows. So what are you giving your attention to on a daily basis? May you continue to stay focused on that which is uplifting you and encouraging you to ground and embody your divine gifts. That is what we are here to do, my friends, to bring balance to the equation that we call society, that we call life. This is Libra's very big challenge right now, bringing justice to this experience, building connections that will continue to foster, complement, and magnify and amplify this energy of community. We are not here to do it by ourselves. Teamwork makes the dream work, and Libra is the OG in this endeavor. Yes. May you continue to be that change, be that glitch in the matrix that you want to see. Godspeed, house number 7. We're flowing forward with 8 this evening. House number 8 is Scorpio energy, Scorpio sun, moon ascendants, wherever you have Pluto placement. House number 8 is transformation. It's also marriage and death. This is the depths, the darkness, the shadow aspects. What is the messages that want to be spoken into the space to the collective today? Number 8, we are ready for you. If you're just now joining, hi, welcome in. We are currently reading for all 12 houses. The recording will be up tomorrow on my YouTube, Zen the Alchemist. You can find that there. It might be up there tonight if we're lucky. We'll see. Right now we're reading for house number 8, Scorpio energy. Long live, love my Scorpios. Let's see what this message is. We cut the deck. We clear it. We let it rest. Oh yeah. All right. Strong message. Perfect for my Scorpios. I'm going to be blunt. I'm going to say how it is. We only have one card right set up, and that is the Ten of Swords, Lord of Ruin. Everything else is in reverse, and this is a very big focus for today's energy. Bree, thank you for the rose and the gifts. Lex, good to see you. Welcome in. We have the Ten of Swords here, Lord of Ruin, Ace of Wands here in reverse. The Emperor, also in the root in reverse. Experience here. Receptivity here. Traveling in the root. And the goddess of transformation, Shakti, also the goddess of peace, here. Excuse me, Shanti is the goddess of peace. Shakti is the goddess of transformation. Pardon me. With transformation, oftentimes peace is accompanied though. Right now, Scorpio energy, house number 8, we're being reminded to take our tails out of our ass, to stop stinging yourself. These are collective readings for everybody. We're reading through all 12 houses right now. We have done Gemini. We're on house number 8. With the Lord of Ruin right here in the right side up and every other card in reverse, I'm getting the sense that we're getting in our own way, Scorpio. Learning how to get out of one's own way is the ultimate challenge. Just take your tail out of your ass and start to apply it properly so you can actually create the disconnect that needs to be disconnected. And a big part of that disconnect is the cycles and the patterns in which we have been contributing to our own suffering, so that we can continue to actually implement our magic. We can wield our Ace of Wands energy and step into this as the emperors that we are. But the more we get stuck in our pity parties, which Scorpio, as much as I love you, I'm very familiar with your energy and how you love to just ruminate in that sadness and that darkness. It's crucial to recognize that everything is temporary. You don't have to be so attached. It's really easy to get addicted to the suffering, and it's really easy to perpetuate cycles and patterns that are of the past, because that's what we're used to. That's how we've created a survival mode. We've gotten addicted. We've gotten attached to the survival mode within itself. So when we learn how to actually recognize, like, wait, we've already made it. We don't got to survive anymore. Now's the time to thrive. If you want to thrive, you got to start applying yourself properly and stop getting in your own way and trying to project a past experience onto your present moment, because that's the cycles that you're going to continue to perpetuate unless you allow yourself to transform. Being receptive is the key, and I know a lot of Scorpios think they have it all figured out, and so really, when you think that you know everything, when you think that you got it figured out, it makes it very difficult to be receptive. Right now, we're here to be receptive, to experience the experience, to process the process, to go into to do that deeper internal work, so that no information is getting backlogged within our own personal system, and that we can continue to show up clear and present. And it's so important to travel inward and ask myself, okay, where am I getting in my own way? What habits, patterns, connections, projections, what ideas, thoughts, limiting beliefs are obstructing me from seeing myself as the emperor of my reality, but recognizing that everybody else is also the emperor of their reality too. So we all have the capacity to be here and all be emperors, to all be on the throne, to all be wielding our gifts and stepping into our magic, the Ace of Wands energy. We're doing this as a collective, but ultimately, house number 8, we're being called that and reminded that this is a personal journey, and the traveling internally and doing that clearing within oneself will provide you the space to stay open, to transform as the universe wants you to do so. Yes, it's very sensitive, especially in the state of transformation. It's like that caterpillar to butterfly energy, that transformation, and allowing yourself to go through that portal of death, of the cocoon, which is Scorpio energy, that transformation. That's how you know we're in sync right now, doing what we need to be doing. So this is where you can then continue to tap into your personal magic, because the truth will always remain. Your essence, your frequency will always continue to permeate and live up to what it is that you wish to. Right now, it's time to put the sword down and stop fighting yourself and stop fighting life, because you are life, you are the universe, you are nature. When you resist your personal experience, you're also fighting yourself. The more you can just step into a state of peace, be receptive, and allow yourself to experience the experience. Keep traveling though, don't stop. This is how you get to learn your lessons, pick them up, and then integrate them. Right now, we are flowing forward with house number 9. Scorpio, I love you so much. What a powerful message. House number 9 is Sagittarius. We have done Leo. Leo is house number 5. You can check out the recording probably tonight, probably tomorrow. I'd say tomorrow the latest, maybe tonight if we're lucky. If you'd like a personal reading, we'll be back in a little bit. I'd say around 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, so that's like 45 minutes from now. We're going to wrap up these last couple of readings, and we're going to take a couple of little breaks so that I can close out this live stream, save that recording. But if anybody wants to come back later, we'll be doing personals early this evening and probably later this evening as well. Yeah, Yeah, I got some downtime at the workplace right now, so utilizing it, but we got some work to do after this reading. So Sagittarius, higher wisdom, divine guidance. Sun, moon, ascendant, wherever you got a Jupiter placement, wherever your ninth house is, this is higher wisdom, this is higher guidance, applying that aspect of transformation. Let's see, any Sagittarius in the house today? We are flowing for you, my dudes. We move in order. If you don't know, Cancer is number 4, so you're going to catch that live stream replay on YouTube. Right now, we are on house number 9 today, Sagittarius for the squad. Happy new moon, Faye. What's good to see you, dude? Welcome in. Greetings, greetings, greetings. We are currently doing new moon readings for the collective, planting the seeds out here metaphysically, making sure that our garden is exquisite on all levels, all realms, all lifetimes. This is what we're here to do. House number 9, the message for you. Carrie, thank you for the roses. You know I love to be showered in flowers. Appreciate your gifts. House number 9 today. Yeah. Sagittarius, we got celebration over here in the root. Yeah, Capricorn is next, so hold your horses, David. We'll get there. Celebration here, Sagittarius. Another 3, creativity. Comparison here. Comparison here for the collective. We have the Hermit here. The Hermit here. Right side up. We have the Sun here. Right side up as well. 2 of Wands in the root, Lord of Dominion. And we have the goddess Aphrodite here for the collective, romantic love. The higher wisdom right now is tapping into that essence that life itself is romantic. The masculine and the feminine energies, the yin and the yang, are consistently coming together to create this reality, and you are playing a very prominent role in this. The more you can reclaim your personal power, your dominion, 2 of Wands energy, recognize that I shape my reality. All of my actions play out and they have an experience. They decide what's going to happen next. The more I can tap into my cosmic essence, my sun energy, I am a star. What am I here to do? Because the stars out there in the sky, they're not comparing themselves to the other stars in the sky. They're just showing up and they're shining bright. They're just surrendering to gravity and they're allowing themselves to move through space. If we could learn how to do that in our own way, this world would be a much more beautiful place. The more we can continue to tap into our own personal energy, this Hermit card here, how it works for you on an individual level, this is how you can then reclaim your divinity, reclaim your power, and recognize that every cell within your person, every cell within your body is celebrating your being. All of your cells are coming together right now to create you, to allow you to listen to this message, and if that's not a gift, I don't know what is. You are not one individual. You are an entire conglomeration, corporation, connection of interwoven experiences, cells and organelles and muscles and tissue and fibers and potential energy. And if that's not hot, if that's not romantic, then I don't even know what is. May you continue to tap into your own creative essence, your own personal energy to continue to ground and grow. I got someone walking in here just a moment, so hi. How can I help you?
Do I bring a bathing suit or what?
Up to you.
Oh, okay. Well, it's just me in there, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Do you have something booked?
Yeah.
Awesome. What's your name?
Kathy.
Kathy. Perfect. You're here a little early, I see.
Yeah.
Groovy. Well, if you want to get started right now, I can walk you back there.
That's fine.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Cool. Have you ever floated before?
Mm-hmm.
Awesome. I'll give you a little toy. Be right back. Follow me.
Oh, you said I'll be right back.
Excuse me.
Cool.
Sweet sauce. So this is your float tank. squad. I appreciate y'all practicing patience. Was not anticipating that. We have a client who got here earlier than expected. Regardless, Sagittarius energy, right now we're being reminded to stay in our power, because when we're in our power, we can show up however we wish, whenever it's presenting itself. We can stay at peace and adapt and evolve accordingly. Even when things don't necessarily go to how we're expecting them to, we can stay true and shine our light. Regardless, this is a daily practice, a consistent effort and energy to show up for yourself, to recognize how it works for you, so you can continue to enjoy this love that life presents us. May you continue to do it in your own fashion, your own way, getting to know your yin, your yang, your masculine, your feminine, so you can continue to embody this energy and show up as the creator that you are. Whew. All right, groovy. Sagittarius, I'm looking forward to re-listening to that message, because that's an important one. I feel like the collective could benefit from that on all levels. Appreciate y'all being here today. May you continue to shine unapologetically, organically, effortlessly, in alignment with your sun within that solar plexus energy, learning how to clear that space and show up so you can create the connections that continue to complement this, because we want to see you step into your divinity. There's plenty of space out here for all of us to shine our light. Absolutely. Good to see you. Good to see you. We're flowing forward with house number 10, Capricorn, this evening. Capricorn, sun, moon, ascendants, Capricorn. Ruling planet is Saturn. Yes, Saturn's currently in Pisces. Lots of big shifts happening on a collective level. Capricorn is legacy. Capricorn is foundation. Capricorn is consistency. How we continue to ground and embody and live our truth on a consistent way. And then also how this shapes out for the entirety of the collective. Crucial indeed. Let's do this. House number 10. Sun, moon, ascendants, Capricorn. Here for it. Any Capricorns in the house? David, I think you mentioned something about Capricorn earlier. Wherever you have house number 10 placement, or wherever you have Saturn in your chart, let's get to this. Cut it, clear it, let it rest. Shouts out to my caps. Let's see what the goddess wants to jump in today. Ooh. Yes. Alrighty, let's get to it. First we have the goddess Artemis in reverse. This is collective, house number 10, Capricorn, Artemis, here with the message. The goddess of the moon, focus. Alongside her also jumps in goddess Oshun, generosity. 40 angels in the room, and we got number 40 here for you. We have 7 of cups here in reverse. Lord of illusory success. Princess of cups here. Princess of the palaces of the floods. 2 of pentacles in the root for Capricorn. Lord of harmonious change. We have totality here. We have consciousness here. And we have postponement here for house number 10. Jamie, thank you for the gifts. I appreciate this. With this card postponement over here in the root for the collective, I'm getting this energy of like, what are you waiting for? Why are you postponing your destiny? It's time to jump right in and embrace the totality radically. It's time to bring consciousness and awareness to all the aspects of self that have kept you limited or kept you stuck in a box, that have kept you moving through patterns and programs that are not actually in alignment with your soul. Right now, we're being called to invite in some level of grace so that we can move at the tune of a harmonious change, learning how to be easy on yourself, but also to focus your energies at the same time, to apply yourself and meet the universe halfway. And in doing so, the universe will be generous beyond belief, giving you an extra card out here, but also showing how she supports you. You don't have to lose yourself in the illusions of success and how society has programmed us to think what it means to be successful. where we are here already successful just being ourselves. The fact that you're here right now shows that you're on the path to continue to commit to yourself. This journey of stepping into life with the utmost consciousness and embracing the totality of the experience radically. You don't need to wait on anything. In fact, it's all happening right now. The more we can bring consciousness and awareness and clarity to this and how it plays out, the more we can allow it to then unfold in a way that's in alignment with our own personal will, rather than the will of the world that was created to attempt to disconnect you from your personal will, disconnect you and create suffering within one's own personal reality, so that you may reclaim your power and your energy and redefine what success looks like and means. As long as you got joy in your heart, honey, I think that you are successful, if you ask me. In a world that is feasting on suffering, joy is radical. May you continue to find out how it works for you and continue to build your entire life and foundation, house number 10, out of this energy, so that you may continue to change and flow in harmony. It requires focus, it requires discipline, diligence, but do not hold back. Be generous to yourself, be generous to the people that you love, and continue to bring consciousness to the areas in which you can improve, alchemize, and show up, so you may create this impeccable foundation, which has already been laid out. Now is the time, is just like learning how to wash ourselves of all of the distractions and distortions that can attempt to convince us otherwise. Because heaven is here, hidden in plain sight, right before your very eyes. Thank you, house number 10. We're flowing forward with 11. House number 11, Aquarian energy. Aquarius is the collective, how we come together and communicate and build this world that it is we are here to see. This is the Goddess Power Oracle. What a stunning deck indeed. Terry, good to see you. Welcome in, my dude. Salutations. We are currently reading new moon messages for the collective. House number 11, we're near the end. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, wherever you have Uranus in your chart, this is for you, my dudes. Rufus is going on tour this summer. House number 11 for the collective. What messages will be spoken in? Let us see, let us say. Strong Aquarian age energy. I love this. Let's do it. Knight of Swords here in the root. Hermetic Tarot. Knight of Swords. Three of Wands here. Lord of Established Strength. Eight of Swords here. Lord of Shortened Force. Friendliness. Here. New Vision. Here. The Dream. Here. Like I said, Aquarian energy. Kali, the goddess of liberation. Here. We're stepping into a day and age that we've never been seen before. A space where love and amicability, love and friendship is the base way of connection, is the base way of showing up in this world. We are now putting an end to all of the doubts, the worries, the fears, the limits that are attempting to create boxes and continue to feast on our suffering. Nah, not today, Satan. We're going to continue to dream the dream. We're focused on new visions, and we are prioritizing friendliness, we're prioritizing connection, we're prioritizing community, we're showing up for ourselves so that we can show up for the people around us. We've established our strength, we're now anchored into this energy. Now is our time to apply this, learn how to speak this, learning how to walk the walk and talk the talk, learning how to walk the talk. Let it speak through the way that you are walking. You don't even have to say anything. You are freeing yourself, you're liberating yourself from these past preconceived notions, patterns, limits that you've been projected to, that you have inherited, that have been oppressed upon you, and you're utilizing that as your means of growth. This is how you continue to alchemize any energies, anything that is attempting to limit you from stepping into your divinity, reclaiming your role as the creator of your reality, and how we're all doing this together here, organically, naturally, in harmony. But the more that we can show up with consciousness, the more we can show up with awareness, the more that we can do this with intention, the more real it becomes. I know it sounds silly at first when this is new to you, but if you've been on this path for a while, you are well aware that we are nothing more than just speaking prophecy into the space right now. The dream is happening organically, whether you're aware of it or not. The more that you can continue to move with consciousness and awareness, the more that you can be a conduit of this cosmic journey that is happening right before our very eyes. As you continue to anchor and stay focused on that new division, you are living as a beacon for this energy, and you're allowing this to continue to take shape, hold space, so we may anchor this reality into this day and age. We wouldn't be here otherwise. It's happening. The more we can just bring awareness to it, the more we can play our roles exquisitely, impeccably, which you are here to do. And as you continue to establish your strength, you're shortening any forces, you're putting an end to any limits that are attempting to disconnect you from this. But now you're here, there's no going back, and you're stronger than ever, and you're resilient, and you're persistent. Persevere with dedication and devotion. Godspeed, my friends. House number 11, what a powerful one. So stoked to read this message. It's always good to see a nice synchronicity with Aquarius, especially because the Aquarian age is where we are moving today. We are moving to the Sattvic Yuga. I know that time is relative, and we all do it in our own way. We're all individually moving at our own personal timelines, but may you continue to move in sync with the squad here in Aries. Aquarius, starting, yes, I say Aries, I'm curious where that guy slip in. And it begins with the individual, definitely. And as individuals, we create the collective. Why do we have the idea that the card games reflect reality instead of the elements that make way more sense? What? You get to create your reality, Lars. You get to decide what works for you. Right now, we are just simply dropping in some messages for the squad, and we are flowing forward. Pisces, house number 12. Sun, Moon, Ascendants, Neptune placement. House number 12 is the space beyond time and definition. This is where the soul speaks. This is where we learn how to continue to express our truth, permeate our honest expression. Yes, I'm focused. I'm gonna mute and block this person real quick just because misery loves company, and we just don't have the capacity for that any longer. It's important to practice compassion for yourself just as much as it is to practice compassion for everybody else. And if you are practicing empathy without boundaries, that's very self-destructive. Anyway, we're flowing forward. We're not here for those kinds of patterns. We're here to step into our divinity, and that what it is that is called of us today. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendants. Sun, Moon, Ascendants, Pisces, house number 12. For all my fellow fish, what a joy it is. Cut this deck, clear this energy, keep it moving. Solid. For the collective, we cut the deck. Pisces energy. House number 12 for you today. Thanks, Lex. We're making our way. 41 out of 111. Can we do it by the end of this reading? I don't know. I believe in you. I believe in you. Sun, Moon, Ascendant, Pisces, friends. We have the Sun over here. Reverse in the root. Lord of the fire and the winds of the world, excuse me. Queen of Wands here. Queen of Wands in reverse. Queen of Thrones, a flame. Three of Swords here, reverse as well. Lord of Sorrow. We have consciousness here. We have comparison here. We have the outsider here. And we have the Demeter, the nurturer, here. If you ask me, Pisces is the outsider. Pisces is the one who's beyond space, time, and definition. Pisces is the one who's holding down that last bit of the anchor. They're the caboose energy. A lot of times they're just out there, and I think that's one of the biggest struggles of the Pisces is learning how to return to body and learning how to ground to their work here as a soul on earth. Right now, the goddess Demeter, the nurturer, is reminding us to continue to tap into our cosmic essence, the sun. She is working with the sun right now to bring the seeds to fruition. May we continue to tap into our own personal magic, Queen of Wands energy, so that we may embody our soul's mission rather than getting lost in comparisons, rather than getting lost in sorrow. The more that we can continue to bring consciousness to all of our limits, bring awareness to the spaces in which we're getting in our own way, the more that we can continue to do what it is that we are here to do. I also am getting this energy that it's important to be seen. Like, Pisces loves to play in the periphery. Right now, I'm getting this energy that it's important to allow oneself to be seen, to allow others to be conscious of you and your presence. Because ultimately, it's like sometimes the most nurturing thing that can assist somebody is just a witness, just to be seen. This can really encourage an individual to step into their power and to project the light that it is that you want to see in the world. Like, as you allow yourself to be seen, you're practicing vulnerability, you're dissolving any limits, any worries, any preconceived patterns that you've developed based on sorrow and conditioning. And as you put yourself out there, those who are meant to see you will see you. Those who are meant to hear you will hear you. The universe is always putting you in the perfect place at the perfect time with the perfect people. May you continue to trust into this. May you continue to ground into this, and may you continue to anchor into your throne of flames. Because ultimately, being witness is some of the best medicine that is in existence. But when we're trying to isolate ourselves, this is very self-destructive. It's important to release the patterns and the programs that are not in alignment with the community, ultimately. Because we are here for everybody, not just ourselves, Pisces, and it's so easy for the Pisces to want to disconnect and do its own thing in its own space, but you have a role to play. It's very important that you show up and play your role here today. Otherwise, why would you be here? So, house number 12, may you continue to ground into this and find confidence in being witnessed, finding safety and security. And I know perhaps like one is rejective of this because Pisces oftentimes gets a lot of negative feedback because this world isn't built for that energy. This world is built for a very myopic, scripted vision of how things are supposed to be. And Pisces naturally challenges all of that because it's beyond definition, it's anti-traditional, it's beyond time and space. So the more that we can continue to ground into our own personal space and work with this from a level of consciousness and confidence, then we can reclaim that Piscean energy and live the dream which we are here to embody. Recognize that we are dreaming right now, and this is where our sun, our light within, can then be expressed. Yes, this is maturing of the soul. This is maturing of the soul to let yourself be seen and to witness that which is in front of you as well, without judgment, and just radically embracing all of the experience with unconditional love, with unconditional presence. It's a daily practice. It takes consistency, resilience, persistence. It requires you to continue to live your truth. And the gods and the cards want to see this of you. Why would you be here otherwise? God wants to see this of you. The divine wants to see you tap into your divinity, and it might feel like an outsider at times, but you're not here to compare yourself to anything except for how you're feeling. The only comparison that you need is like, okay, how does this feel compared to my center? How does this feel to me 2 weeks ago? How does this feel to me 5 minutes ago? How does this feel 11 years ago? Your own personal journey is your perfect place of reference because you're not here to compare yourself to anybody else. You can be inspired by your fellow reflections, but you're not here to be like, oh man, that person is so much further along than me. Like, no, we're all perfectly where we need to be, always. And then when we can allow ourselves to be seen, to be observed, this is when we can surrender that egoic attachment to like, I need something outside of myself for validation. But like, nah, like the universe just wants you to be you. wants to hold you in your rawest form so you can show up here honest and open and clear, and recognize that we are all on our own personal parts of the journey. And the more you can show up clear, the more you can hold that mirror for those who are also doing the work and maybe are stuck in a cycle or a loop, because that happens to the best of us. We get stuck in patterns, we get stuck in loops. Right now, we're here to dissolve all of those limits, all of those past ways of existence that are no longer in alignment with our greatest level of consciousness. Persistence, persistence, persistence. You got it, Pisces. Stay focused, stay grounded, stay groovy, keep growing, keep growing. Either we're growing or we're dying, and we're here to evolve. We're here to dream and live a life that has not been seen in lifetimes. The sorrow, the worry, the comparison is not going to help us. This is what we can release. So they're definitely stuck. I see you. This is so true. Shouts out, Elizabeth. Fantastic. 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 We're wrapping up all 12 houses. You can catch this recording on my YouTube. That is Zen the Alchemist. We just finished with Pisces, so we're about to end this live stream, and then we will open up for personal readings. So Gina, we're just going to close this one out so that we can save this recording and upload it to YouTube later. Appreciate y'all being here. We're about to wrap this one up, and then we're going to come back for personal reading. So if anybody wants personal reading, I'd be glad to read for you today. I already have 2 people in the queue. Zen the Alchemist is the Cash App and the Venmo. PayPal, Zelle is in the bio. Suggested donation is $22.22. If you want a romance reading, you want a career finance reading, you want past, present, future, you simply want a general guidance reading, just like we did for all 12 houses, you're more than welcome to jump into the queue, and I'd be glad to read for you. We're about to close this live stream. We're going to open up right back, just in a new one, so it stays fresh on the feed. So I'd love to see you there. If you want to join me in just a moment, if you haven't already, you can drop that follow, you can hit that notification so you can come back and you know when we are live. Yes. If you want to go check out the recording of this, it's going to be up on my YouTube tonight or tomorrow. Yes, yes, yes. Jamie, you are going to be first. Jamie, you're going to be first in the personal readings. Gina, you will be second. Like I said, Cash App, Venmo is Zen the Alchemist. PayPal, Zelle is in the bio. If you want to book a one-on-one reading, just you and I, outside of live streams, that's much more in-depth. You can find that information on my site, zenthealchemist.com. I will never try to sell you a reading here in the DM. I will never follow you and try to solicit you readings. All of those accounts are fake for everybody. No proper creator is out there doing that. So just know that there are fake accounts out there, and I will never try to sell you a reading in your DMs. You can just report, ignore, block those accounts right away. Right now, we are going to be jumping into the next live stream in a couple of moments, so I'll see you there. In the meantime, Godspeed. Thank you for being here. Peace and prosperity.